Yeah, go ahead and take it away, running deers. Why the hell do you support the worst president of your life, Mr. Trump?
He's not the worst, but
That's what we're here to debate.
he may be good in some fields and he may be bad in some fields, but honestly, for him to be the president of the United States and what he's done, I think he's better than what Biden was. I mean, I know that you saw some of these politicians in person, and of course, you've spoken to some of them in person as well. I have a few questions for yourself, but my main point of why I supported him, even though he's not the best out there, I could still wrap my head around it and still vote for him because number one, it's immigration. Number two is the abuse of EBTs and food stamps that are going out in this country. It is a temporary fix for the unemployment. It's not something that is there. And I have a question for you about that shortly. Not only that, but also is basically the business side of dealing with other countries, having more jobs here in America. Um, and then continuing too is that I would say probably a national security of certain documents being exposed and also being tight. If you want me to ask those questions, I have a few questions for you.
Can I respond to your first four reasons that you gave us insofar as why you
Go
support
ahead.
Trump? Okay, so the
Go
first
ahead.
reason why you said you support Trump is because of immigration. In response to that, I just simply ask you, well, what specific immigration policy of Trump's do you support?
Well, the first immigration is that firstborn citizens in the United States that has been abused in this for this country.
Right? Do you mean to say
If
birthright citizenship has been abused?
yes, yes,
So you support his attempt to like end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants?
the fact that people come into this country that are not documented, then they give birth to a baby, and that baby already automatically gets citizenship here.
So are you saying that you
That's
support his attempt to end that?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's one of the most that's one of the worst things to support about Trump. Okay, because even if you disagree with the 14th Amendment, it is still a part of the Constitution, and that cannot be changed and nor altered by an executive order from the president. Okay, so like even if like for whatever reason you say, I love the fact that Donald Trump infringed on the Constitution, broke the law of the land, when he signed Executive Order number 14160 into law to attempt to change the 14th Amendment and take that right away from them. Still yet, okay, it was stricken down by many federal judges in the month or two following that EO being signed into law because it was unconstitutional and there was no movement made because, well, the checks and balances kicked in and kicked his ass out of attempting to infringe on the Constitution. So that's a really bad reason to support Trump.
Gotcha. Are you gonna hit the other points that I addressed, or do you want me to start answering my questions now?
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, if you just want to concede on that one, we'll say immigration is done. Moving on to point number two, you said EBT abuse. Okay, all right. So first, you said that this is abused by individuals that are unemployed. On the federal level, you actually can't get food stamps unless you're employed in most scenarios. And the average recipient of food stamps only stays on them for 12 months or less. Did you know that?
Yep, and my
Yeah,
question to you, and
yeah.
this is one of my questions to you, is that
And then third point,
predominant.
I have a third point here.
Go ahead, go ahead,
And then
go
my
ahead.
third point about food stamps, right, is that he's not fixed, right, the abuse of food stamps, the low level of abuse that does exist. He's not done anything to fix that. The only thing he's done to food stamps is defund it by 156 billion dollars through the big beautiful bill, right, and then terminate all benefits for everybody by not allowing any funding to go to them during the government shutdown. Okay, that's not synonymous and/or equivalent to like good policy directed towards fixing abuse by any means whatsoever, right? It's just bad policy to like hurt low-income Americans more, and if anything, it'll actually increase abuse rates.
Okay, you're gonna hit your next point.
I mean, do you have a response there, or do you concede?
Well, I'm gonna ask these questions once you respond to all my points. I'm
But
trying
like,
to be
but
respectful
you
here.
understand if like you don't give like a counter argument to any of my responses here. Well, I'd assume that you're just gonna forget my responses, and these points are gonna be
No,
dead in
no,
the
I'm
water.
I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to ask these questions so we can dive deeper once you address them all. all these
Okay.
points.
Well, I think that this is a really bad way to go about diving deeper, right, and like discussing more nuance.
Okay,
Like
okay, so,
typically, like
I-
when we want to discuss more nuance on any given subject, right? It's like best to go one subject at a time, right? But like still yet, like we're kind of both choosing to take the less productive route of talking about 4 things at a time, which is fine. I mean, I could do it, right? But then when you're saying that we should like talk about all 4 things at once, and then you're just gonna like mentally log my 4 responses, then ask me questions, then respond to my counter arguments, like way too far out there, bro. It's just not gonna be productive dialogue.
All right, my question to you is, what nationalities, what would you say for those foreigners coming into this country, which you could say, well, whether if you want to say illegals, whether if you want to say,
Wait,
however,
why are you asking me a
what-
question about quote unquote foreigners instead of responding to the 2 counter arguments that I just gave you about your point on immigration and the abuse of EBT?
Well, the abuse of EBT is that number one, like I said, when I first addressed EBT cards and being abused, is that it's a temporary fix for the unemployment. It's something that is not supposed to be sustained for such a long quantity of time. See, a lot of people are living off of it and staying on it for a very long time, and that is all coming from taxpayer dollars, which that is why a lot of people are pissed off and
How much
why
does the average
they actually
taxpayer pay
support.
towards EBT?
I have to look it up.
$37. How much does the average taxpayer pay for corporate subsidies?
I don't know.
Yeah, $700 per year.
Okay, so how?
I just
what is
find
the
it I just find it
population of the
funny.
United States?
I just find it funny, right? That like you're gonna come up here and you're gonna complain about a social safety net that keeps people alive, right? Makes this country as a whole better off, right? Better positions us economically speaking. For every dollar put into food stamps, there's $1.80 of economic output, right? Because it gives low-income Americans that are on them, right, more social mobility to work up and work their income up by giving them more negotiating power to hold against their employer when fighting for a higher level of income, right? Like a good analogy that I like to use here, right, is imagine that there's like a single mother of 5, right, that can't make ends meet, right? And in order to make ends meet, right, she's going to need food stamps and Section 8 from the government to help cover her rent, help cover her food bill. Well, then all of a sudden, instead of having to work 65 hours a week at whatever firm will hire her, right, including a firm like maybe McDonald's, right, that's going to immediately hire her and just give her minimum wage, right? Well, then all of a sudden she gets to sit back and say, because I'm getting this help from the government, all of a sudden I can maybe like interview for like a more competitive firm where I'm not insured a job because I don't need to be insured a job because I still have this backbone and reliance from the government. Or instead of working 65 hours a week, I could reduce that down to 40, then take that additional 25 hours per week and put it towards working towards like an online degree, so on
Yeah,
and so
you're
forth.
talking about scenarios right now.
But like
Yeah,
at the end of the
I'm
day,
trying to
right, these are just
address you,
reasons why
Dean.
we see in countries.
I understand that, Dean.
These are just reasons why we see in countries with more social safety nets, like food stamps, right, so on and so forth. Right, the citizens actually have more economic mobility, meaning it's easier for them to grow and scale their income. But I just say, right, it's really weird to complain about, right, people like being fed compared to complaining about like the $40 billion that went to Argentina, the billions and billions of dollars that continues to go to Israel, the billions of dollars that are put into corporate subsidies and pocketed by billionaires, or the $4.5 trillion that was spent on the big beautiful bill, which according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities was the largest redistribution of wealth from the poor to the rich in the history of this country.
Gotcha. Okay, so I know you were trying to make a couple of scenarios and situations of, you know, not the greatest families of the United States. Okay, I got your point a while ago. Okay, my question to you was, what is the percentage of the different type of nationalities, so people from different countries that are on those benefits, and what are the rates, and what is the percentage of people that have been on there for a very long time? See, the problem is that a lot of people don't like to address that. And the one thing that I really want to drop on your head is that the reason why I voted for Trump is that under Biden's administration, you guys allowed a Chinese balloon fly across the country. Hey, a lot of Trump fans, a lot of Republicans have not forgotten about that. See, that shows weakness. That shows weakness. And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny is that you're gonna sit here and laugh, and you're gonna try to laugh it off like, you know, you're gonna win this. But dude, it's common sense.
Oh,
your
holy
administration
shit.
is weak as hell.
You just
Hey,
broke
by the
my
way,
neck.
Hey, by the way,
Yo, listen. Listen,
I
point
wanna
point
ask
number
you,
one,
so
who
is
cares
the
about a Chinese
president-
balloon? One moment.
Hold on.
Point number one, who cares about a Chinese balloon when your president allowed his supporters to raid
A
the Capitol
Chinese
and smear
balloon?
their shit on the walls and then assault cops,
Dude.
and then he pardoned them, let them out of jail, and called
Oh
them
my
patriots?
gosh.
And point number two, what the fuck does
Wait,
the
wait,
Chinese
wait,
balloon?
wait.
No, no, no,
So
no,
you're
no.
saying
Let
that
me,
Chinese
let me,
balloons
let
can
me,
fly
let me make point number 2 very, very clear. Okay, point number 2 here is very important, sir. Point number 2. Listen to every syllable of every word. What the fuck? Okay, emphasis on the fuck there. What the fuck does a Chinese air balloon have to do with my reasons why you are wrong about food stamps?
Hey, I went and asked you a question to pull up those stats while you can pull them up.
No,
Second,
if you think that the stats are relevant to your argument, you could pull them up
I
and
went,
construct a counter argument to my position. Okay, I'm not going to
Dean,
do the
Dean,
research for your
bro,
own position. What the fuck? That's silly.
Dean. Okay, Dean, you've researched stuff, but okay, fine. Okay, I'll let you take that. Okay, so my last question, and I'm trying to. I know you got a lot. You got 11K followers or
Wait.
11K viewers
No,
in
come
here.
on. You don't want to respond to any of the reasons that I just gave why food stamps are good and why you shouldn't really care about them. And the fact that you're complaining about them is not only anti-American, but it's also like really weird and perverse considering the fact that you have much larger fish to fry than the $37 per year that you pay into food stamps, maybe like the $700 per year that you pay into corporate subsidies that are pocketed by billionaires, or the $40 billion that went to Argentina, the billions and billions of dollars that go to Israel, or the $4.5 trillion that were spent on the largest redistribution of wealth from the poor to the rich in the history of this country under the big beautiful bill, or the $230 million that Trump is now suing the DOJ for the emotional harm and abuse that he felt right while he was being prosecuted fairly and justly by various justice departments in this country over the course of the last 12 years.
So you basically justified. You sat here on TikTok just now and you basically justified. You weren't supporting of it. You were more of justifying it, and you got defensive, which you never even
justifying food stamps. Yeah, food stamps are good.
No. You never even you justified the Chinese balloon flying over the country,
No, I
and
just
you
told you that you're
deviated
pivoting
around it. So yeah, you
of course, of it. No. I think that you need to
hold on.
understand
I got
something.
one more question.
No, I'm muting you. Okay. The reason why I didn't respond to the Chinese hot air balloon is because you use the Chinese hot air balloon as a pivot away from EBT. Right, like anybody with a brain could understand this. I'm not going to like exhaust my efforts into describing to you.
What did I not understand? How it's beneficial to some Americans? I clearly know that. That's common sense.
No. What you're not understanding is how you use the Chinese hot air balloon to pivot away from a conversation about the food stamps. Anybody like watching with a brain can understand that. I'm not going to attempt to justify I'm not going to attempt to like exert my effort into explaining to you how it is the case that you pivoted. But like, come on, bro. We were having a conversation about EBT. You said they were bad. I said they were good. I gave about a billion reasons why. You couldn't come back with a counter argument, so then you were like, well, Chinese hot air balloon.
All right. So, okay, I'm just gonna take the L. Okay, I'm gonna take the L because I want to ask you one more important question. Okay, let's. I'm just gonna take it as that. Okay, whatever.
Okay. So
W's for Dean in the chat. Okay, so you can say that. Okay, out of everybody, whether if it's the White House, pretty much the president of the United States can deal with and look at top secret, paperwork information, right? Technically the president can bring paperwork home, right? The president can bring top secret information to his house or home, or
not when they lose at top secret.
Okay. So lose.
Term.
But is the president the only one that's supposed to have it? Correct?
Is the president the only one that's supposed to have top secret security?
Top secret documents at his house?
No, I don't.
Isn't he allowed to? Isn't he the only person allowed to do that?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, well, guess what? In this case, it actually is. Do your research, because my question to you is, why did Kamala Harris have? Oh, well, I'm doing that on purpose. Why does she have top secret documents at her house when she wasn't able to do that? Vice presidents are not able to do that, by the way.
Which ones?
I don't know. Oh, well, we're not going to go into specifics. I just want to.
Yeah, I'm going to need some information about your claim in order
to
respond to it.
No. Just because you're trying to.
Listen, dude, I'm going to need information.
Do you know which one Trump? Do you know which one Trump's had?
I mean, obviously the courts.
Do you know why? Do you know why
Trump
had top secret documents?
I can tell you about the top secret documents that he had his aides intentionally conceal in the bathroom at his Mar-a-Lago property. But like, can you give us a little bit of information about? Could you give us a little? Then why did the FBI raid his property, dumb one?
Because that's the freaking militia that you guys did. The Democrats went right after him.
Oh, okay.
And then
so it wasn't illegal whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, why does Trump still have?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Go ahead and tell me a little bit more about the classified documents that No, I'm just asking. How is me asking you for more information about your claim like conceding that you're right, sir? Go ahead and give us more information about the quote unquote classified documents that Kamala Harris was concealing.
Oh, well, before I answer that, can you do what top secret documents? Do you see how
No,
buffoon? Do you know?
there's
Do you
no
know what
before.
documents they were?
There's no
Do
before
you
you
know
answer
what?
that.
No,
All
no.
that I'm simply asking you for is a source that this is something she did.
Well, I just want to see if you know what top secret documents.
I will
Trump had.
happily talk to you about Trump and his top secret documents that he concealed at Mar-a-Lago after you could just give us a little bit more information about your claim, bro. I feel like I'm literally like pulling nails here with you, just trying to get more information about your claim. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and make my request to you clear. My request to you is very clear. It is, you made the claim that Kamala Harris concealed classified documents at her private estate following the end of the Biden-Harris administration. And my question in response to that is, well, can you give a source for this? Can you prove it?
Yeah, I'm not sitting by a computer right now. I'm on my phone in bed. Sorry, I can't pull it up right now. But you asked me what top secret documents Trump had, or Kamala had. Correction, what Kamala had, and I'm just asking you, what documents did Trump have? See, you guys rated Trump.
I'm not at my.
No.
I'm not at my computer right now. I can't prove it.
Let me just finish the sentence. See, the Dems did a political stunt and then boasted it all on the news because that's what you guys do. Trump had top secret documents because guess what? He was the previous president. Kamala Harris was never president. She could not have those documents in her house. It's the same shit that happened to the governor. See, that's the point that American people need to start seeing because all you guys get is a little snippet and then you guys freaking blare it all over the news. That's bullshit. And you know that. And guess what? I'm pretty sure you were to get Charlie Kirk on here, you were to get any Republican on here, I'm pretty sure they would put you right in your freaking hole, man. You think you're like where's your buddy at? Where's your other political buddy at?
Hey, did you know? I want you to go to Google. I want you to go to Google. I want you to type in just security, vice presidents and rules governing classified national security information. Actually, seemingly, right, past presidents under like certain guidelines can take declassified, priorly classified documents home, and so can the vice president.
No. See,
Damn, I just gave you a source on it.
Guess what? You're twisting it.
I just gave you a source on it, but I just gave you.
No, you said previous.
I just gave you a source for it, my friend.
You gave me a source of identifying top secret documents that are not top secret anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly what Trump did.
Relevant, top secret.
Oh, are you saying that? Okay, so you're saying that Kamala Harris did something else.
Dean. You just twisted that shit.
So you're saying that Kamala Harris did something else.
Admit it that you just twisted it.
So you're saying that Kamala Harris did something else?
No.
Wait. I didn't twist it. I just gave like the Trump argument. So you understand like the argument for like Trump supporters insofar as like justifying taking documents home to Mar-a-Lago. One moment. Taking documents home from Mar-a-Lago is like under the Presidential Records Act of 1978, establishing that the official records of the president and vice president are property of the U.S. government, but they're made accessible to the individuals within office, and then they could declassify them and take them home. Like if you go and you talk to literally like any Trump supporter on the face of this planet, right, and you ask them why they do not think that Donald Trump did anything wrong, right, when he took 2018, sorry. And when you ask them why he didn't do anything wrong when he brought the documents back to Mar-a-Lago, it's because they'll tell you that he declassified them first and then brought them there after the termination of his term, right? So I'm not twisting anything. I'm actually giving you the like pro-Trump argument for taking the documents home to Mar-a-Lago, right? Now, if you're saying that Kamala Harris did something else, that these like documents weren't like declassified after they were classified by that Biden-Harris administration, and then she took them home while they were still classified, please give me a source for that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to satisfy you. You can pull it up because you're right on your phone and doing that. If you can pull up that, you could do it too. You could do it too. But guess what?
I'm not going to do your homework
Kamala
for you,
Harris.
Hey, little bro. I'm not going to do your homework for you. You're not cooking, okay? Right? If you want to provide a source for what you're saying, feel free to. But if
you know how I'm hitting the nail on the head and I'm hitting towards you?
I'm so sorry. You legitimately think that you're winning wait, actually, let me ask you this question. How do you think you're doing so far in this debate?
I think I'm doing pretty good because you're kind of rambling on. You muted me a couple times when I was trying to hit my point of how you pulled up a source that just clarifies of documents that were classified than not being classified or classified documents to undoc. No, that wasn't justifying my answer. I asked you a question. Pull up where a law states where a vice president can bring top secret, current top secret documents to their home.
Yeah.
Pull me a source on that. Kamala Harris did that shit, and it's the same thing what the governor did.
Yeah, if you could prove that she did it, I'll happily try to.
Well, you did your research. You did your research just now. Do it again. Come on.
Yeah, and then you shut it down. You said, Dean, oh no, you can't do that. Yeah.
No, you pulled up the wrong source.
So before
No,
I
you
do like any
twisted
more
it.
research over here, you're gonna have to prove that she took top secret classified documents home. Like,
Dude, I'm
of
not gonna
course.
play your little riddle games, man.
Are you trolling?
I'm not playing your riddle games.
You think that me asking you for evidence for your claim is a quote unquote riddle game?
No, you go back and forth.
What? Wait,
You
one
go back
second.
and forth,
One second.
dude.
Okay, you shouldn't support Trump because he's like raped 10 young girls.
Oh my gosh. See, and here's the best part is that I
you
got this
dispute
live
that?
recorded. I got this. I don't support Trump for that. Okay.
What?
See, I don't support Trump. All his allegations, I don't support that guy. The only reason why I voted for Trump was for the sake of this economy, for
Wait.
the sake of the American people.
Wait. Slow down. 1 second. I said that to attempt to use your own logic against you. I was expecting you to say, Dean, he hasn't raped 10 young girls. Prove it. And then I was going to say, I'm not going to play your quote-unquote riddle games. I don't need to prove it in order to have a valid argument. And then I was going to make you understand and realize how your logic is incorrect by applying your logic against you. But instead, oh my God, instead, your response was, well, I still support Trump. You might be right. Maybe he has raped 10 young girls, but I don't support him for that reason. You're fucking insane.
No, it's more of like I don't know what's true, what's fake.
I know. Vesna, thank you so much for the $50 over
Yeah.
on PayPal. Yes, because I'm taking a couple donors here real quick. Vesna with the $50 over on PayPal. Show some love to Vesna down below in that chat for the $50. Vesna with a $50 says, can you please let this absolute idiot know that the Chinese air balloons flew over the U.S. 3 times while Trump was president in his first term, but they didn't reveal that until later? Thank you. Oh my God. Do you want to go ahead and respond to that, Vesna? Sorry, not Vesna. Thank you for the $50. Do you want to go ahead and respond to that, Mr. Guest?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that if they were to shoot it down, they're depending on the projectiles or the debris that would be falling down, it could be falling into a populated area. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist and all that fancy stuff. No. And by the way, just to reiterate of what I was going for.
Oh, by
and what
the way, I just
stating,
want to clarify this. I actually
I'm
did
still
just look it
talking,
up.
Dean.
I know,
still
and
talking.
I'm
Dean.
interrupting you. I just want to clarify this. So I just looked it up. Not only is there no
I'm
evidence
gonna
of Kamala
interrupt
Harris.
because you just-
Yeah, okay,
you-
wait.
no.
No, I'm not going to mute you. I'm not going to mute you. Swear to God. Don't run
No,
away.
you interrupted me.
Don't run away. Don't run away,
No,
little
no.
boy.
Oh my gosh! Now you're gonna talk like you're talking to a child. Oh my gosh.
So what I was saying, and I'm going to let you speak because I really don't want you to leave. I want you to help me finish out this conversation. No more mutes. No more
I'm
interruptions.
not gonna give you that satisfaction. But
Oh, so you are going to run. You're going to run. Okay.
Sorry, big man.
Okay. See you later.
Sorry.
See you later, soccer. Go ahead. By the way, there's not only no evidence of Kamala Harris taking classified documents home, but there's also not even an allegation of it. There's no claims of it. Nobody even claims that. You're the first person that has ever claimed that. You made that up on the spot in your fucking brain. That's why you're not going to turn around and try to find any evidence for it. Because you literally made it up. Not only is there no
next
evidence
time
occurring,
if I
there's
get the
not
source-
even a
so
claim.
If I get the source, can you get on your knees and say you were right, running deers? You were right. If I get the source and I come back on this live, can you please aim that camera down and get on your knees and say you were right, running deers?
Well, definitely
You're
a
gonna be
little
able
bit
to
of
do
a
that?
weird request.
You're
asking me
gonna
get
be
on my
able to
knees
do
for
that,
you.
big man? You're gonna be able to do that, big man?
This
Come on.
is getting a little bit weird, man.
No.
This
You said I'm a little
This
boy.
is getting a little weird, dude.
You started it. You said little boy.
Do not
Hey,
compare me calling
the
you.
whole-
Don't compare me calling you little boy.
Hey, you said little.
Hey,
That's weird, man.
Don't. Hey, with all due respect, don't compare me
You
calling.
said
Hey,
little.
don't compare me calling you little boy to you saying something
Man,
sexual.
little boys
to me.
are on your mind or something, Dean.
Now you're making it even weirder. I called you a little boy because you have the maturity of one.
No. You brought you.
You're the only one bringing in like sexualization
Oh,
of
you got
children.
TDS, man. TDS is in that bloodstream of yours.
The one that is not sexualizing children is
Oh,
one
you
with
had
TDS.
little.
Well.
Oh, that's all recorded too, man. Oh, that's gonna be popular. That's gonna be popping on TikTok in a few fucking hours. Oh my gosh, Dean's talking about little boys, little man. Why is he thinking about little ones? Why is he? Man, you're so fucking. Hey, how's that therapy stick going for you? By the way,
So I could tell you why little boys are on my mind. It's because you're acting like one. So of course you're gonna remind me of that.
No, man. That's kind of strange to just pop out and just say that. That's kind of weird, man. You got a weird train of thought.
Well, it's not my
I
fault.
think
It's not
that
my fault that you're acting like a 12-year-old.
hey, I think that therapy stick is not helping you.
It's an anxiety pin.
It's
But listen,
an anxiety
the
pen.
reason why I called you little boy is because you're acting like one. Also, by
No,
the
I'm
way,
just
the secondhand embarrassment is like so real.
I'm just trolling you now. That's the funniest part is that you're an idiot and you don't realize that.
Sir, the only idiot here is you. You're the one that made a claim with no
Spaced out there
evidence.
for
Yeah, you're the one that made a claim with no evidence. You're the one that said the biggest issue with the Biden-Harris administration is the fact that there's a Chinese hot air
Oh,
balloon going over U.S. Airspace, even though we also saw like
that's the funny.
US.
You're
You're
gonna
the
go on
one
a
that said that EBTs are just like so EBT is just so incredibly bad and food stamps are terrible, right? And then when I gave you a counter argument to prove you wrong, you literally conceded, saying, "Dean, you are intelligent. Dean, you won that debate." The only reason why you're calling me an idiot now is because you got pissed that I called you out for attempting to
You
compare
brought
me
little
calling you a
first
little
up,
boy
man.
to you like sexualizing me, telling me to get on
Brought
my
it
knees
up,
and
man.
and
You brought
asking
it up.
for forgiveness. Okay, listen, I
You brought
understand
it,
that when humans get upset because they're proven wrong,
brought it
they like
up.
to get big, angry, and like crash out, especially like younger men that support Trump as president. But like, I think my request of you is just to calm down a little bit. It's gonna be okay, right? You
All
just
right,
need
can
to
I say
realize that you're
something?
wrong and that I'm right.
Can I say something? Because I know your moderators are you're moderate.
Yeah, just for sure, just
Muting
make
me.
sure you stay on topic.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you said Trump supporters are like big mad, right? They start yelling or whatever, right?
Yeah, big
So
mad.
then when you, yeah. Now, you sure that you haven't too?
Have I ever yelled
Because
in my stream? Yes.
oh yeah,
Yes, just because Trump supporters are big mad doesn't mean non-Trump supporters can't be big mad.
you can tell your moderators not to mute me.
That's me, buddy. I'm doing it for the love of
Yeah,
the
you can
game.
stop muting me.
I'm doing it for the love of the game, my friend.
Oh, so you know I was trolling you, so now you're gonna troll my ass.
You got it.
Let's just
First true thing you've said all day.
let's just keep it real, man. You brought the word little up first.
Yes, I called you a little boy because you're acting like one. How many times do you want me to re-describe that? I don't know. Anyways, all right. Wild guess. Wow. Okay, dude, it is 10 a.m. and I'm already like, what the fuck is going on? Woo! Okay, listen, folks. For the 11.3 thousand people hanging out with us on TikTok, I just got a violation for like hate speech against that guy. I don't know what I said to him. I guess I was a little too mean at some point. I don't know what point that was, but I guess I was.